It's so good to be in Grays because it is the most intense concentration of serious jewellery in any position in London, if not the world. Everybody you speak to here is an expert on their subject. They bought this jewellery themselves, so they know when they've made mistakes down the years and how they've refined it to get it right. But the people who come here are international. They're travellers, they're people with a great curiosity in what they're looking at. And we know that they can be from China, or they can be from Germany, or they can be from the United States. This is a place, this is a centre of knowledge, centre of seriously good jewellery, and those are the kind of people we enjoy meeting here. I started off as a manufacturing jeweller, actually in Brazil. So when I got into my 30s, I decided to go and look at other countries in the world, and I settled down in Rio de Janeiro for a few years, and I was involved with jewelry manufacturing there because, of course, Brazil's a great center of fabulous gemstones, and I started to make a business manufacturing jewelry there and exporting it to New York and London. In fact, my children grew up there, and I think when we got to a secondary school stage, I thought I'd better get back to England again. And I was introduced to Corinne Harvey, who is the owner of this business. And we've been together now, working together for, I think, 27 or 28 years, and built this business between us, always based in Grays. But of course, we've been exhibition jewelers as well. We've exhibited all over the world, in Hong Kong, New York, Palm Beach. And we manufacture jewelry and design it for people, or redesign it for people, and repair things. So all of these are good reasons to be at the center of the trade. And the trade is centred in central London. The funny thing is that Grays, it's thought of as a market. I think of it as a gallery. It's not as prestigious as going into Cartier or Tiffany, where the internal environment is absolutely magically luxurious. But that doesn't put off the world's famous people. Everybody walks through Grays. So Mick Jagger has been here at this very position, Rod Stewart. The list is pretty much endless. My favorite item in our stock at the moment is this quite exceptional emerald. And I'm going to take it out. This is 1 in a million because emeralds are known for having inclusions. In fact, the French don't necessarily think they're a defect, but they can detract from light passing through the stone. Very rarely you'll find an emerald which doesn't have inclusions, and this is just such an emerald. Because it is not spoilt by anything inside the crystal which prevents light from passing through it, it achieves this magical velvety intense color, and this stone weighs over 5 carats. It comes from the Panjshir Valley, which is in northeast Afghanistan, about 150 miles north of Kabul. And this valley resisted Russian occupation for 15 years, but succumbed to the Taliban when the Allies withdrew from Afghanistan. And so the supply of emeralds, at least for the time being, has dried up. There are many sources of emeralds in the Panjshir Valley. It's in the Hindu Kush, there's a river passing through it, and there are high mountain walls on either side. In that valley, there are lots of sources, but only one which produces emeralds of this quality. When we saw this emerald, it was a loose stone, and we snapped it up straight away. And in our own workshops, we produced this platinum ring. And we didn't want to embellish it with huge diamonds on either side. We didn't think it needed it. When we've sold this, and it is a lot of money, but when we've sold it, we probably never will find another emerald as good as that again. Do we want to sell it? Well, we live to sell. That's our business. We'd love to be a museum and hang on to everything and all the extraordinary jewels we've had down the years. But of course it must go, and we want to hope that it goes to somebody who loves it and takes enormous care of it. Emeralds are quite soft stones, and who buys this has got to treat it like an exquisite Dior gown, so that when it's worn with great care. You don't spill the wine on it, you don't throw it into the back of the cupboard when you brought it back. You take it straight to the cleaners and make sure it's immaculate for the next time you wear it. And I think this sort of gem is a huge investment. It's so rare. I do know that one of exactly the same quality of this, but half the size, was on sale in our West End jewellers last year for twice the price that we're selling this one for.